Today I'm going to show you how you can post and also reply to a discussion board post. So to start, we're going to navigate up here to the menu and click on Discussions. Once you're here, depending on how many discussions your teacher has posted, you may have one just right here, or you may have to scroll down further to find the one that you want. The one that I want is Discussion Post 1 Introductions, so I'm going to click on that. Notice anything in blue you can click on, but if it's black, you can't click on it. Okay, so click on the blue title, and it will bring you to the Discussion Post page. So for this one, it has an introduction that tells you what this post is about. It has an assessment section, which tells you how many points you can get, how many points are possible, and also how you can get the full points. To get the full points, I must follow the directions and also complete by the due date. The due date here is also stated, June 10th, Wednesday, and then we have the instructions. It's very important to read the instructions carefully because remember, this is how you're going to be graded, right? So it says post a short introduction. The second one says write 1 to 2 paragraphs, okay? And then finally, I have to include these 4 things. So many times what I'll do is I'll copy and paste these 4 things, and then I'll put them in a Word document here. And then I'll use that to write my actual post. Here, I've actually already written my post, so I might just want to like double check that I have those 4 things. And again, just copying and pasting those is really helpful. Why do I do it in a Word document? Or you could do it in a Google document. Well, the reason is to save it, right? I always want to make sure that I save it before I post. Because sometimes when you post, you know, technology, things could go wrong. So just in case it gets lost in the post or you thought you posted and it didn't actually go, I always keep a copy saved for myself. Okay, so next up, I want to actually start a new thread. I want to post my paragraphs. So I'm going to click here, start a new thread, which is in blue. Remember, anything that is in blue, you can click on. And then here, I'm going to put a subject, and then here, I'm going to put my actual post. So the subject could be the title of the discussion, which is introductions, right? I always like to do that just to make sure I'm answering to the right one. And then I want to make it something unique to me, right? So if every student writes introductions, all of our titles are going to be the same. I want to say introduction of Jessica Pinedo, right? That way people who read it will know it's about me. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just copy and paste from my Word doc, right? So I just took these 2 paragraphs and I pasted them here. And I always give it another read over just to be sure when you post something, like you don't, you know, you're always like worried that, oh, I forgot something. And a good thing to know is that this little signal here means that you can make it bigger, right? I don't know if I'm just getting older, but I need it to be bigger sometimes. So you can click and drag up or down depending on how large you want it. And then if you're ready, okay, looks good, good to go. At the very bottom, you can click on post, okay? I already posted one, so I'm actually just gonna cancel it. But down here, you can see that I already posted one, right? Introduction for Jessica Pinedo. And what I'd like to do is actually reply, right? So for this, it says responses to other classmates are encouraged but not required. You don't have to, but I think it would be nice to respond to other people. And also for future discussion posts, you are required to post, or reply, sorry. So let me show you how to do that. So we're going to click on the title, right? And then once we click on the title, you're going to click on reply, okay? And then here you can say, you know, hi, Jessica, it's nice to meet you. We share some of the same hobbies, or whatever you want to say, right? At the very bottom, after you finish reading your reply, you can click on post, okay? So big thing to remember is always look for those blue buttons. They'll kind of guide you along. And for example, I think a lot of students will see something like this. Whoops. They'll go down and they say, okay, I want to reply to this post, but there's no button here to reply. Don't worry, always remember that you have to click on the title to be brought to a new page, right? That's a mistake that students often make and get kind of stuck at. And then you'll see that reply button. All right, students, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop into my office hours or email me or ask the IT help desk for help too.